So we were doing forfeiture and reissue of shares. About the shares which were issued at premium. In the morning, we have solved one question. Now we will see further some more questions. CA Limited forfeited 800 shares of ₹10 each, issued at 30% premium, to be paid at the time of allotment for non-payment of first call of ₹2 per share. So the premium is on allotment, but the shareholder has not paid you the first call money, and you have forfeited these shares. The second and final call of ₹2 has not yet been called. So the final call of ₹2 has not been called. Out of these, 200 shares were reissued as ₹8 paid up for ₹8 per share. So now first we will forfeit the entry, because the question is asking that you have to give the entry only for forfeiture and reissue. So now I will be forfeiting these shares first. Equity share capital account debit. Then what has not been paid? We have not received the first call. So to equity share first call account. And whatever we have received, that will go to share forfeiture. Yes, please. Journal entry is clear. Now coming to the amounts part, the face value of the share is ₹10, and question is clearly saying that we have not called the second and final call of ₹2 per share. So obviously called up amount will be how much? I am forfeiting 800 shares. So the amount in the capital will be 6,400. First thing, when I am writing the capital amount, I will always focus on the called up value. Now I will again remind myself that question is saying that we have issued the shares at premium. So I have to verify whether I have received that premium or not. So because premium is on allotment and that money has been paid by the shareholder, that's why I have received the premium also. And if I have received the premium, I will not touch the securities premium reserve account. Again and again, when you will be speaking these rules, so at times when you get confusion in your exams time, you will not get confused because you are revising these rules with each and every entry. Now, how much amount I have not received? ₹2 per share I have not received. So 2 multiplied by 800. Just do the questions in the same manner as I am reciting. Each and everything should be spoken. Now, out of ₹8 called up, 2 has not been paid. So how much money has been paid? 6 has been paid. Out of 8 called up, 2 has not been paid. So that's why what I can say, 6 has been paid up. So that's why I have received 4,800. This all is only part of capital. Yes, the first entry is clear. Now I am reissuing. So out of these 200 shares were reissued as ₹8 paid up for ₹8 per share. So how much amount I will be getting? because it is clearly mentioned 4 rupees 8 per share. 4 amount will be always be going to the bank. Yes, very good. So 1,600 I will be receiving for 200 shares. Now I don't have any loss. I am taking rupees 8, also assuming rupees 8. Means I will be asking them also to pay the final call. Whenever I will be making the final call due, at that time I will ask them also to pay the final call. So because I am collecting rupees 8 and I am assuming also rupees 8 capital, that's why there is no loss. So you can say this is issue at par to equity share capital account 1,600. Now we have to calculate the capital reserve. To capital reserve account. Now for capital reserve, I will first make the working note. So my share forfeiture was 4,800 and I have reissued 200 shares, but I have forfeited 400 shares. Sorry, 800 shares. So this amount will be how much? Yes. Now loss on reissue is 0. So my capital reserve will be 1,200. If you will not be in a habit of making this working note, sometimes in a hurry you will do some mistake. Okay. So your capital reserve will be 1,000. Yes, please. Any query from you? If it is clear, then fine. Okay, now delimited forfeited 800 shares of rupees 10 each, issued at 30% premium. Can you tell me the issue price? Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. Because 30% is the premium, so 30% of rupees 10, 30% of the face value will be rupees 3, and 10 plus 3 will become 13 rupees. So issue price will be 13 rupees. For non-payment of allotment, this time allotment has not been paid, and that means that premium also has not been paid. So when I will be forfeiting, I will be also debiting the securities premium reserve account. The moment you read, give yourself an instruction so that you will not be missing anything. And first call also has not been paid. The second and final call has not yet been called. Again, it is not due. So now can you tell me the called up capital per share? Can you tell me the called up capital per share? Yes, very good. Because only 2 rupees of final call has not been called, so that's why 10 minus 2, 8 has been called. So 8 will be the called up capital. Can you tell me the application money per share? Let's see how many of you can answer it. Application money per share. See, it is called up minus allotment. Now from called up you will deduct only called up part, only means only capital part you will deduct. So allotment money is of ₹5, but in this ₹5, ₹3 is the premium. So that's why ₹2 is for the capital. Then ₹2 for first call, and then ₹2 for final call. Because just a minute. Yes, called up value is 8. From the called up, I have deducted the called up amounts, allotment, and ₹2 of first call. So that's why it will be 4. So rest of the amount will be 4. So 4 is the application money. Or other way, you can go with the help of the total value issue price 13 minus 5. It will be simpler for you, but you should know all the logics. So you will be able to cross check the amounts. So another method is the 13 minus 5 allotment, minus 2 first call, and minus 2 final call. So that is also a better solution. Yes, very good, very good. So this is another way of doing it. If you want to do it with the 10, then also you can do it 10 minus 2 allotment, minus 2 first call, minus 2 second and final call. So also you will get 4. So there are 2-3 ways of reaching to your calculation that I am doing it correct. If you will be doing this such cross checking, then you will be not confused. You will not get confused in your exams. Okay. Now I have to forfeit the shares. Let's do the entry. Equity share capital account debit. Now we have not received the premium. Securities premium reserve account debit. Share allotment account to equity share first call account to share forfeiture account. Yes, please. Journal entry is clear. ₹8 and 800 shares I am forfeiting, so it will become 6,400. That's why it will become 2,400. Allotment amount. Allotment amount is ₹5 per share, so it will be 4,000. Equity share first call of ₹2 per share, so that's why it will be 1,600. Very good. Now forfeiture is, because application money I have received, that is ₹4 per share. So 4 multiplied by 800, 3,200 I have received. So this way you will be writing each and every amount individually without the help of any other amount. I should be clear about each and every amount. Then only my entry can be correct. Otherwise I will be doing some part wrong, then the whole entry will become wrong. Now you can check your debit credit also. It is becoming 9,800. Sorry, 8,800 and 8,800. Yes. If we open calls in area, so then we can simply write here 2 calls in area. Instead of writing equity share allotment to equity share, first of all, you will be writing calls in area. The amount will be 5,600. Now coming to the bank amount, bank account debit. Now I have to decide how I am issuing, at premium or at discount. So issued as fully paid up means, yes, very good. I am assuming that I have received rupees 10, but I will be charging rupees 11. So that's why I am issuing at premium, bank account debit. And I am issuing 200 shares, so I will be receiving 2,200 to equity share capital account. 2,000 will be the capital. To securities premium reserve account. Yes, very good, very good. 200. So now I have to calculate the capital reserve share for future account debit to capital reserve account. Again, I will make the working note. So now my forfeiture was 3,200. Yes, let me see whether you are solving it correct or not. Good effort. 200 I have issued out of 800. So it will become 800. And you don't have any loss on the reissue. So that's why this capital reserve will be 100. Yes, your answer is correct. Okay, now see this question. You have forfeited 1,000 shares of rupees 10 each, 10% premium. So the issue price will be 11. And face value is 10. Out of that face value 10, you have called up only rupees 9. So he has not paid you rupees 3 on allotment, and that's why you have not received the premium also. And first call of rupees 2. Out of these 600 shares were reissued as fully paid up for rupees 8 per share and 200 shares to Dham. So now little bit complication in only reissue. So first you have sent me the entry of forfeiture. So you have forfeited 1,000 shares of rupees 10 each, and it is 9 called up. So 1,000 multiplied by 9, it will become 9,000. You have not received rupees 1 as premium. So that's why your premium will be 1,000. You have not received rupees 3 on allotment, so the amount will be 3,000. You have not received first call of rupees 2 also. That's why first call amount will be 2000. Now, out of 9 called up, or better you take the issue price so that it will not bother you. 11 minus 3 of allotment, minus 2 of first call, and minus 1 of final call. So that's why it will become 3 plus 2, 5, 1, 6. So it will be 5 rupees application money. So your forfeiture will be 5,000. Now you have reissued these shares. 600 shares you have reissued to Ram as fully paid up for rupees 8 per share. So you are charging rupees 8 from Ram, but you are assuming that he has paid us rupees 10. So that's why this issue is at loss. So that's why, and 200 shares you are reissuing assuming rupees 10 at the rate of rupees 12. So I am doing this entry first. Later entry I am doing it first. So 200 shares are there for rupees 12 per share, and equity share capital will be obviously 2000 and your premium will be 400. So this part I have done. This one. This entry is clear. Now again I will be doing the entry. Bank account debit. I am issuing at loss now. For rupees 8 I am issuing 600 shares. So the amount will be 4,800. Share forfeiture account debit. And on one share I will be having a loss of rupees 2. So that's why my loss will be 1,200. To equity share capital account. Now, because it is fully paid up, so that's why your capital will be 6,000. Now I have to calculate the capital reserve. So we will make 2 working notes. So this one and again this one. 2 working notes we will be preparing. So first forfeiture was 5,000. 5,000 multiplied by 200 shares upon 1,000 shares. So it will be 1,000. And on this 1,000 you don't have any loss. So your capital reserve will be 1,000 here. This one is clear. Then again for 600 shares you will be doing it 5,000 multiplied by 600 upon 1,000. So it will be 3,000 it will be. And on this you have a loss of 1,200. 1,200. So that's why your capital reserve will be 1,800. So your total capital reserve will be 2,800. Yes, please. Any confusion? To capital reserve account. So in this manner, we have completed this question. If still you are feeling any difficulty, you can ask, you can inform. Now see, there is a keyword given in the last of this question, different intervals of time. So different intervals of time mean that we are issuing these shares, 200 shares and 600 shares at different point of time. So our bank entry will be same that we have done, but this entry will be done twice, with once with this amount and once with this amount, because we are issuing at different point of time. So the capital reserve will not be combined. So we can do here 1800 and 1800. I hope no pre-on topic is over. Tomorrow we will be starting over subscription. Please do a practice sincerely today and be prepared for over subscription tomorrow.